Hi everyone, it's Jeanette here from the Sewing Studio with block 5, as promised, block 5 for our Stars Quillow project. So like I say, we're really beginning to get some of those blocks behind us. So I'm going to do my normal, this is our blocks 1, 2, 3 and 4 that we've already done. And we're ready to add to that with block 5. Now this is a nice simple block again, but I'm adding in a slightly different unit that we haven't done before, which is our diamond in a square. Now it's simple to do, so but I thought we would piece that, and it's actually gone into one of my favourite stars. You know I'm going to say that every time I say a star, and that's the friendship star. So the centre of the friendship star this time is going to be a diamond in the square block. So all the rest of the units for this, we're going to be making half square triangles. So we've done that previously in our other blocks, but as we've said, we're adding that new unit in and learning to do a diamond in a square. So let's start with the half square triangle blocks. They're going to go quite quickly. So as we've done before, we're doing 2 at a time method. So for all of this, no speciality rulers involved. I will also mention as well, these new handouts that have been given, that Blake very kindly put together per block. So if you haven't already seen block 4 video, you're just joining us now. This is a new addition to the information we originally published at the start of this project. So you can go onto our blog and download this, which has all these sheets just with the block and the requirements for those blocks. So for all 13 blocks, we've done that. Right, so half square triangles. What we're going to need are 4 5-inch background squares, 2 2A, which for me is this orange floral, and 2 3A, which for me is this plink floral. I think they're called twigs actually rather than a floral. And then for the centre, we are going to need 1 4.5-inch square, and that's our 4B fabric. So for me, that's this green script. And then 4 2.5-inch squares, and that's our 1B fabric. So not very many pieces of fabric to do here. I'm going to set aside the 4.5-inch square and the smaller squares for the moment. That's going to be for our centre unit. All of this we're going to make into half square triangles. So on the back of each of our background 5-inch squares, I'm going to draw a diagonal line because we're going to do 2 at a time method for these. Now each one of those we're going to match up with one of the print 5-inch squares. Now we're going to take those to the machine and sew a scant 1/4 inch either side of that drawn line, and all that scant means is slightly narrower than. So we're going to now just cut on that drawn line, and all our half square triangles will be made. Right, so I'm going to give them a press and then I'll come back and give them a trim. So now I've actually got a rotating cutting mat here, which we have here, and I always forget to use it. So I thought I would take advantage of using it this time and squaring up my squares. So we need to trim these down to 4.5 inches. So I'm going to lay my diagonal line, just put it under the close-up so you can see this bit. Laying my diagonal line on my ruler along that seam, and then I'm making sure I've got 4.5 inches all the way around. Now I like to trim all 4 sides unless I've got 2 really straight sides, but we'll just sort of see how that goes. I always forget to use a rotating cutting mat, so 1, 2, and then we can rotate. See, so much easier really, Jeanette. That's side is pretty good, and a little bit off the top. So there we are, there's our block, all nice and trimmed down to our 4.5 inches. Okay, so I've trimmed up the others, so I'm just going to put those there. Now we're just going to work on the centre unit, which is our diamond in a square. So we've got our centrepiece, which is a 4.5 inch square, and we're going to snowball or flip and stitch all of the corners. Now, I will reiterate that I've designed this so that you don't need any speciality rulers. So there is a little bit more fabric waste with that, but it does mean that everybody can do this, rather than those that have got any particular ruler that you can use for snowballing corners. So I'm just drawing a diagonal line on the back of all of these 4 squares. And then I'm just going to lay it so the line is going from a centre. So we're going to sew here on the outside and then flip that corner up, and we're going to do the same on all 4 corners. Now, if you want to sort of speed it up a little bit, you can work in opposites. So we can put that one on, and we can put that one on. So the line, once again, is going across. So that's going to get stitched down, and that will flip out to that corner. So let's put those 2 on. And once again, I'm going to sew just to the slight outside of that line for the bit that we're going to trim away. So I'm going to check once again before we trim anything that those fabrics come up nicely and meet that corner, and that I'm happy with that. I'm going to trim the excess away, and then we'll take those to the iron, give them a press, and then we'll add the other 2 corners. So these now can go on those 2 opposite corners again. Just going to do a quick check once again. Yep, let's trim. You can iron then trim, or trim then iron, it really doesn't matter. Once you've done your check that you're happy with where your fabrics are going to sit. Now I'm just going to check, now that original green square was 4.5 inches, and I'm just going to check that I've still got my 4.5 inches, and I'm a little bit over there, because like I say, this isn't a precise way of adding corners, so quite often it might just need a little bit of a trim. There we are. So that's all our units made. So we're ready now to assemble. So that's our centrepiece. And then we've got, let's put our legs on first. So then we've got our friendship star, which is going like that. And I'm just looking at my diagram to make sure I've got my colour placement right. And then that one goes like that. And then our 3 A's also rotate around the block like that. So that's what it's going to look like. So once again, we're going to put it together just like a 9 patch. And once again, our seams should be going in opposite directions, so we should be able to match. Oh, I can't get hold of the fabric. There. So that was my bottom seam. Yep. There's nothing to match on that centre one. And there's nothing to match here. No, I'm going to sew that, but I am going to bring it back to the middle because it might be really easy for me to twist these in the wrong direction. So I'm going to bring them back to the middle, lay it back out, and then pin again just to make sure I've got everything rotating in the right way. So there we are, and I'm just going to double check with my diagram that I've got everything going right, and I have. So we can add this final row. Now I'm going to finger press my seams towards all of the orange fabric, and then I know everything's going to be going in opposite directions. Okay, so we have finished block 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now we've finished block 5. So I hope you enjoyed making block 5. We've added that new unit, and that's the diamond inner square. Just watch the points of those when you're sewing them in, but remember my little top tip about X marks the spot, just making sure you don't take off any of the tips. But thank you for that. As I said, I hope you're enjoying sewing along. We've got 5 blocks now under our belts, so on to block 6 next time. So thank you for your time today, and please do join us again here in the sewing studio.